Very good morning, my dear student. So today I'm going to discuss about the computer networking as we are discussing the computer networking. So computer networking. So computer networking, there are the different sections are there, different parts are there. So in this particular part, I will going to focus mainly the pattern or the type of a networking that are available with us. That means what we can say the networking is, isn't it? So you can see here that there are the different peoples are there. See here one people, see here another people, another person. So many peoples are there in a different place, and you can see them. They are being combined. And they are being joined with a line in a different way. That means all are interconnected with each other in the different form. So if you off any of the person from there, suppose if you off this person, okay, or if you off this person, it doesn't means that you cannot do the connectivity process. Now skipping this person, the line will come then directly from here to here, line will go from here to here, line will go from here to here, line will go from here to here, and as usual one line is from here to here. So this is how what we can find it, that we can make the different pattern of connectivity process. We can send the information, we can make the different procedures of exchanging the data and informations. That means those the data and information every day in our life, what we can find is that we are sending different informations in a different ways. Okay, as we are exchanging them, as we are making the trace of that particular thing, we are keeping the record. That means it can be said as a real-time implementation of the work. Okay, so real-time implementation of the work, that means what? That we can do the thing in everywhere in the world of digital media, or in the digital world interconnecting system. Okay, digital world interconnecting system. Digital world interconnecting system is that particular way that we can find it, that how we are making it and how we are sending them from one place to the another place. Okay, so this is the way what we find, that we are building up one social networking system. So interconnection among the social networking system, the connectivity that we build up, the information that we send, we are sending it through a social networking system. So today's world, the social networking system is very much common to us. So what we can say, a group of two or more similar things or a people interconnected with each other is called a network, isn't it? So in this particular figure, you can see here, previous figure you have seen it, that how the connection has been built up. Okay, so this the interconnection what we find, that some of the example of our everyday life that we are doing, that is a social network, mobile network, okay, then network of computers and airlines, railways, banks, hospital network. So what they are, you all know them. This pattern of question can come, suppose this is a particular, suppose you are talking in an WhatsApp group. Now what pattern of networking system you can give it and why, isn't it? So this means what? This is, you will say that this is a social networking platform. Why it is a social networking platform? Because we are working on a social sites. As we are working on a social sites, we are able to connect many persons or many people from the different part of the world. So as we are connecting the different persons from the different part of the world, what we find it, that when we are doing this particular connectivity process in a particular platform of a social network, what we are actually doing, we are sending the data and informations. Okay, so those the social networking what we are using, this is a type of a networking system which we can say that it is a social networking system. Okay, next we come to the mobile networking. We all are very aware of these things. Suppose I am talking with my friend, or you are talking with your friend. Now 4 or 5 more friends, you want to do a conference call with them. Okay, so when you want to do a conference call with them, what pattern of networking system you are doing? You are doing the mobile networking system. Clear? So this is the networking system which we find that we can see and we can work with in the particular world. Clear? So this is our mobile networking system. In this particular mobile networking system, we are sending the data and information. As we are sending the data and information, we are also joining them, we are making them sensible, and we are working with them, isn't it? So this is the networking phase, or this is the networking part through which we are doing the connectivity process. Another networking system, network of computers network. This is a very first networking phase we can say, isn't it, that where we are doing the networking in a huge numbers. Nowadays we have a mobile phone, nowadays we have the different type of laptops, palm tops, etc, etc. But this computer networking system is in one phase what we all have seen when we are small, or when we have grown up little bit, that this particular system of computer networking is been done in a huge way, and nowadays also it is been done. Okay, computer networking system, that means with the help of computer you are sending the data information, you are sending your videos, you are sending your pictures, you are doing a video conferencing, etc, etc. Okay, so this is the thing what we can find, that we can do this particular networking system and we can work with this networking system. Next what we can find, that in the railway. Now railway, you can ask that, sir, how can we do the work in the airlines or the railway or the bank or the hospitals? Why? Because in a bank what we find, a banker who is executing, he is not doing the work of only yours, or the hospital person who is discussing with you or helping you out is not only helping you only, or in the railway area or in the airlines area, the persons that is not working or with you only, that means the person is connected with thousands and thousands of people. So the time when he get the connection from one person, after the thing is over, conversation is over, sharing of data information over, it is doing the work with the another person. So as we do the tickets of airline, railways, we are depositing the money, we are working with the money, withdrawing the money, transferring the money, lot of work we do. We find our guardians do, isn't it? You find your guardians do all those works. So different type of networking system what we do a computer networking system. Along with that we find it that this is a networking system where we have all this particular pattern of networking phase. So these are the different type of networking phase. Computer networking system, see here, there should be one router. Nowadays this is very common device, because you all have seen in your house, those who have the connectivity process, those who have the landline broadband connectivity process or baseband connectivity process, whatever the connectivity process you are doing, from whichever connectivity producer you are taking the connection, what we find that you are building up the interconnection with many peoples. Okay, so there is this device, networking device you install in your home. After you install the networking device, what you find that you join them or you connect them with other different type of other devices. Like here you can see it, this is a desktop, this is a note, this is a device, this is a printer, this is a laptop, isn't it? So tab, note, everything we all are using. isn't it? So those the things what we find, that we are using different type of devices of different sizes. They are of different sizes. So all those devices what you are taking and what we are working with, what we find it that we are doing the interconnection with them. We are taking the desktop, laptop, just now I have said we are taking a server, we are taking the cellular phone, and etc etc. So those the things what we find, those the part what we find, that we are making the interconnection among them when we are sending the data and information with the help of this particular connectivity process. Okay, so as we are doing this connectivity process, this is what the computer networking system with an internet connectivity process or interconnection system, that we are sharing the different type of data and resources. Number one. Number two is there is a network size. Network size can be a very big, or it can be a small, it can be a large, depending on the situation where you are working. Suppose you are working in your home, it should not be very big. You are working in an office, 2 or 3-story buildings, that will be a minimum size. You are working on a very big, like municipal corporation or the hospitals or the banks, okay, local banks like SBI Shiliguri branch, isn't it? So when you are doing that time, you are doing a big connectivity. Now if I say SBI of with Kolkata system, you are working little bigger, SBI with a Delhi little more bigger, SBI with Bombay much more bigger. So this way what we find it, that we are doing the different pattern of communication system, and we are working with this particular pattern of communication system. We are sending the data, we are taking the data, and we are working with those datas. Now apart from the computer network includes the networking devices. What are the devices? Such as switches, router, modem. Nowadays we all are habituated with those different pattern of devices. We all are using them in our home. Okay, so network devices used to do what? Connection. And it make what pattern of connection? Multiple computers in the different settings are being connected with that. So as we are connected with that, what we are finding actually is that we are sending a different type of data. Now how those data are being sent? So data means a combinations of some numbers, binary numbers. So those the thing what we can say is, if you take a small packets. Okay, suppose if you take a small packets, if you make a small packets, and if you put it into a big packets, that means it will be easier for us to handle the work, isn't it? So suppose if I give 20 kilo at a time, and I said you take this 20 kg and you give it to this person B, it will be too much harder for you. But if I now divide this 20 kg, suppose 1 kg I have divided all, and I said first I am giving 2 kg or 3 kg and making one packet, and I am saying you that take this packet and give it to A. You can do the system very quickly and easily. Before of that, what you find, that you takes a lot of time to take and deliver that 20 kg at once. That means the procedure that we are using, we are breaking the things into a small, so that we can do our work, isn't it? So devices, what we find, that there are the different type of devices. We have a different wired media and wireless media. That is another point, that we have an wired media, that means a cable we are using for connection, and we have also the wireless media. Like suppose you are taking a net connection from your local service center, okay, in your area or in your para. So what they are doing, they are taking one line and putting a line into you in your house and putting some devices there. After that, from that devices you are not connecting. There is you have a 2 laptops, you have a 3 mobiles, isn't it? You have also the other different type of devices, printers, etc etc. What you are doing, you are directly connecting them with the devices instead of taking with and wire. So that is a wireless connection you are building up inside your home, isn't it? Wireless connection means it must have within a certain range. It cannot be any range, it cannot be any type. Suppose you are here, your modem, router, everything is in this in your room, and you want to connect suppose in Subhashpalli, or you want to connect in Kolkata, isn't it? So this is the thing, what that means, that device must have that particular potentiality to send the data from Siliguri to Kolkata. Okay, so this is what we can find, that we are having a different type of devices there, and devices are wired or wireless, depend on the certain structure that we are working with. So communication network, when we are saying about it, each devices is a part of a network, and that can be what, receive, create, store or send the data into the different network router is called a node. That means suppose one computer, there is one computer, okay, and there is another computer. So from this computer there is another computer. Suppose this is our main computer server. So from this computer to this computer, from this computer to this computer, or from this computer to this computer, that means what you are doing, you are sending the data from one machine to the another machine. That means this is one node, this is another node. Okay, so they are working as a node. You are routing the system. Routing means you are sending, searching the network through which you can send the data and informations. Okay, so this is the connection what you find, this is the part what you find, that you are doing this. So what you have, you are using a modem, you are using the hub, you are using the bridge, isn't it? So those are the things what we find it, that you are using, or we all are using, not only you, we all are using those different types of things like hub, bridge, switch, okay, router, digital telephone, handset, printer, computer, okay, server, all these things that we all are using for sending the data and getting the informations. So interconnectivity means what? That you are internally connected. One machine is internally connected with another machine. One device is internally connected with another device. So interconnection network allows us to exchange the information simultaneously, many parties, through what? Email, okay, then you are with using the website, audio video system. Okay, so all this particular thing, all this particular structure what you are using, or we all are using, we are sending them, we are getting the work. So network, what does the network do? Network allows to share the resources, okay, with your printer, with other devices, with the multiple devices, with the multiple computers, with through a particular networking system. So with the help of those networking system, what you do, you are sending those data, you are storing the data, you are working with the networking storage. So accessing the computer data, okay, with the other devices, or with the help of other devices, through the help of hotspot, or forming a small personal network, whatever you require, or in that particular situation what is your basic requirement, based on that you are doing it and you are sending it. So as you are making those things exchangeable, you are making those things that can be get through different forms or different medias what are available to you, and through which you can build up one connectivity process based on which you can send the data and informations. Okay, so this is how you can find, this is how we can say that you are doing the work and you are making the work. Clear? So evolution of network. Now this concept of a network, when you are talking about, when we all are talking about the concept of a network, is not a new thing. That means it has started in the year of 1960, where the research project that was commissioned by an advanced research project agency network, ARPANET. Always remember those forms, okay, the explanatory forms, or those particular different from the short forms to the explanatory form or the full form of it, that means ARPANET is Advanced Research Project Agency Network. Where it has been used? It is used in US Department of Defense to connect the academic research. Different pattern of academic researches are there, institute locations are there, isn't it? So place of what we find a scientific collaborations is there. So with these scientific collaborations, what we find it that there are the University of California, Los Angeles, okay, the Stanford Research Institute, SRI, Stanford Research Institute. So slowly and slowly, gradually we can find it that we are depending on this particular thing, and we are going through and passing through the different milestone of the computer networking system. Okay, so as we are doing the computer networking system, we are evaluating time to time, we are going through, isn't it? So see here, I am showing you one timeline. See this timeline. In 1961, what happened? An idea of Advanced Research Project Agency Network, ARPANET, was what? Conceptualized. Okay, so in 1969, ARPANET became functionally by the connection of UCLA and SRI. UCLA, just now I have said you, okay, UCLA and SRI. So what is UCLA and SRI? Check it. See here, University of California and Stanford Research Institute. Okay, UCLA and SRI. After that, what we find, there are the different type of symbols. Roy Tomlinson developed what? The networking messaging symbol like email, okay, symbol @ okay, comment as @ okay. 1974, what we find that there are the different terms are being used. Okay, then we find it in 1974 there is an internet term of internet was coined means come into act. Okay, the first time it was been commercially used through the telnet. Then TCP/IP full form is Transmission Control Protocol, Internet Protocol. Protocol means set of rules, was been introduced in 1982. 1983 the domain name came. Now we are using all these things. Then 1986, what we find that foundations of the bridge connectivity system was came. After that 1990 we can find Brandley has used the HTML. HTML means hypertext markup language, and URL means uniform resource locator. Okay, in www means World Wide Web. Then in 1997 what we find, the Wi-Fi. Okay, Wi-Fi connectivity process was been done. So this is what the timeline is, and based on this timeline what we find that in the different year, okay, as the research work is going on in different year, different things has come into act, and they are taking the market, and they are being what? Adapted by the people in a different ways. Clear? So this is how we can find, this is how we can see that our particular work is been done and that is been utilized. Okay, so this is how we can find the thing is been working, and this is the thing how till the moment as we are standing we can find the thing is been done. Okay, so I am ending up my this session here. Thank you all.